What is up, viewers of the Daily Discussion? My name is Drew, and this is my channel, Daily Discussion. Welcome back. So, as you can see, we have post videos semi-recently about big issues happening in politics. Well, if you live in Pennsylvania, none bigger than Trump endorsing Doug Mastriano for governor. Came out yesterday early in the morning, and I was very shocked. Me personally, I do not like Doug Mastriano. I don't like him one bit, and I hope he loses. And I think he'll get absolutely smoked if he has to run against Josh Shapiro. Why do I think that? Let's get into some of the deep dive, as well as why Donald Trump, who days earlier bashed the candidate he was running with in Kathy Barnett, who I don't like either, why he bashed her because she was quote-unquote unelectable because of her stances, but then comes out and endorses the guy she's running with for governor that also happens to have the same stances as she does. Very confusing, but we're going to try and dive into it and pick how everything's going so far here in the governor race. So, yeah, Trump came out yesterday and endorsed Doug Mastriano, which I think came as a shock to almost everybody who pays attention to Republican politics and politics in general. Because you have Doug Mastriano, a far-right crusader, who is really only in the position he is because he took buses down to D.C. He never really made waves as a senator, a state senator yet to boot. He really never held any huge, political offices. While he was in the Senate, he was just a senator. Didn't really pass any monumental legislation. The only thing that he significantly did is buy in to the stolen election claims. And this has somehow doing that, as well as taking buses down to the Capitol on January 6th, those two things have not only propelled him to the front of the governor's race, but also most likely is what earned him Trump's endorsement. Which I think comes as a shock, because I'm a Lou Barletta supporter. I 100% want Lou Barletta to run for governor. I think Lou Barletta will win governor. And like I said, I can't stand Doug Mastriano, and I really don't like any other candidates that are running for the position. And so what's Doug Mastriano about? We'll start there. Well, if any of you haven't watched the debates, you will know that on the debate stage, he said multiple things, like he wants to completely ban abortion, he wants to criminalize abortion, he wants to purge voter rolls, among many of those things, which most of I don't agree with, if not all I don't agree with in some aspects. That is who right now, I believe, if we go here and look, I mean, this is who we are. This is where we're at. I should rephrase, this isn't who we are. This is who the Republican Party in Pennsylvania right now is drifting to. Which is honestly sad to me, because as you can see here, Doug Mastriano on 5-8 is now beating Lou Barletta by 10%, and I find that very sad, because Republicans have always struggled with youth vote, with pretty much any vote that isn't blue-collared working Americans. And I'm not roasting the Republicans, because I'm a Republican myself. I'm a rather big Republican. I just can't get behind the fact that we're trying to propel Doug Mastriano as governor, because we're finally starting to gain traction with suburban voters, with women voters, etc. And now, what do those voters have in common? They hate the insurrection. So what are we doing, propelling basically an insurrectionist to run against Josh Shapiro, who may possibly be the most prominent Democrat in Pennsylvania politics other than Tom Wolf now? And it just shocks me. And it shocks me that people are actually willing to vote for this guy. I mean, I understand, I'll rephrase that. it doesn't shock me because, I mean, he was going to get votes probably from people in his district that he's a senator in, but it shocks me that 28% of all voting Republicans are like, we love this guy. It shocks me. Which, this is the nice thing, though, and I think Lou Barletta has done a great job, is Republicans who know that he will not win are trying to stop him. Or they're throwing out the lifeboats for him. Jake Corman, Melissa Hart, these two candidates, they combined for about 9%. They just both dropped out of the race and endorsed Lou Barletta. As well as Lou Barletta has a huge list of endorsements for Barletta. Mastriano has like maybe 5, if that. So basically, I believe in total, a vote for Mastriano, if you're a Republican, would be a vote for Shapiro, basically, for governor. And not only that, a vote for Doug Mastriano would be one step further towards the far right of the party and 3 steps back for the party in general. Because we're trying to gain ground with voters. We're trying to get positions. I mean, if anybody didn't see, here in Pennsylvania, gas is $4.50 a gallon. That's not good. That's what we need to be focusing on. We need to put somebody in there that's going to help that. We can't put somebody in there who has really never held a high office, who never has really any experience, never really done anything other than take buses down to the Capitol. So basically, my message is this. If you live in Pennsylvania, if you are voting in the primary and can vote in the primary on Tuesday, and if you're watching this video, vote for Lou Barletta. Do not vote for Doug Mastriano. Doug Mastriano is, again, 1 step forward for the far right of the party, and 3 steps back for the party as a whole. Not only mentioning that Doug Mastriano will not be able to unite all aspects of the party, compared to Lou Barletta has already done that in statewide elections. He was a U.S. congressman. He was a mayor. He ran for Senate in a blue wave year and lost to an established Democratic senator. So I truly believe Doug Mastriano should not be our nominee whatsoever. And Lou Barletta needs to be nominated and needs to be our candidate we put forward to run against Josh Shapiro. Soon I'll be coming out with an update for my Senate predictions, and I will see you all later. Go vote on Tuesday if you're in Pennsylvania.